You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The views expressed by the individuals during this broadcast are their own opinions, and they may not be the same as those of their group or other organizations they may be involved with.
Battle Strategies with Green Irene here on the Pace Radio Network. Sharing strategies that combine the curative powers of cannabis, the healing suggestibility of hypnosis, and the power of neuro-linguistic programming to help you help you. Control chronic pain and fatigue, eliminate negative patterns of resolve, and build a brighter, healthier, happier you, starting now.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Hi there, how's everybody today? Welcome. I'm Green Irene, and this is Battle Strategies. It is a 30-minute, my Dropbox is full. It is a live, sometimes recorded, but it's always recorded live, 30-minute show that is designed to tweak your techniques. If you're fighting chronic dis-ease, illness, or pain, some form of discomfort, if stress is holding your happiness hostage, stay tuned. We've got a lot in store every week, 30 minutes. Learn more about how hypnosis, NLP, and cannabis strains and therapies can help you seduce the good stress in life and eliminate all the rest, bringing health and wellness to your body so that you can feel your best. And how do you do that? Sometimes it starts with your diet, and that's what today's show is about. You are what you eat. It is a fact. The cells that comprise this flesh machine that we call a body are produced using the materials that we provide it. So whatever we give it, it makes cells from. A post that was circulating through social media fairly recently read that every 28 days, our skin replaces itself. The liver gets replaced in totality every 5 months, the bones approximately every 10 years, and so on. Now, I'm not sure exactly how accurate those numbers really are, but the point definitely struck home. We are what we eat. It stands to reason that for many chronic conditions, one part of several, to create a successful battle strategy addresses our dietary intake. We have to change the way we eat, what we eat, when we eat, how we eat. All of this really does have an impact on our overall health and wellness. And that said, today's episode begins by drawing attention to the amazing superfood, cannabis. Yep, that's right. Cannabis is a superfood. Cannabis's many medicinal and therapeutic benefits have been well established, but the nutritional benefits of cannabis are still gaining recognition and public coverage. Superfoods are basically unprocessed foods that are really rich in vitamins, minerals, and nutrients. These are often derived from things like fruits and vegetables and some other herbs. Under the definition required to be a superfood, cannabis fits all the factors. And nowadays, numerous doctors believe that cannabis can be grouped into the superfoods category. How cool is that? Now, I think it's also really important to note that raw cannabis will not provide any sort of euphoria. It is just exceptionally nutritional for you. But you're not going to get high from raw cannabis or raw cannabis leaves. So let me carry on. Now, notably, cannabis research, it's long been stymied because of things like prohibition. But regardless of that, there is still a solid body of evidence that proves that the plant has some very serious health benefits. So, for example, one, it's already widely recognized. It's a very legitimate treatment for mental health issues like depression, stress, and post-traumatic stress disorders. It's also been proven to reduce anxiety. More than 90% of suicides are attributed to problems like these, making these health issues easily among the largest causes of death in the Western countries, in North America. However, cannabis isn't just good for mental health. Okay, notably, it can also be used to prevent and treat things like glaucoma, which is an eye condition that can lead to blindness. There's also a lot of research that suggests cannabis is able to treat a very wide range of bowel issues, including Crohn's disease. It's proven time and again to be exceptionally successful for coping with chronic pain and irritable bowel, as well as things like improving sleep. It is amazing at reducing pain and reducing migraines. Different strains help to improve your metabolism, which again can potentially reduce obesity, or it can help stimulate other strains will help stimulate your appetite to alleviate things like anorexia. So it helps to reduce the risk of things like concussions, or it helps reduce the inflammation associated with concussions. It can reduce your risk of Alzheimer's. It can treat different dependencies. It can boost your performance, your focus. It aids in chemotherapy treatments. It helps reduce brain damage after, say, a stroke. There's all kinds of things that it aids and prevents and eases symptoms for. It can reduce all kinds of things. It's just an amazing plant. And much of this research is relatively new, though cannabis certainly seems to have a lot going for it. Hence, all these amazing podcasts, all this amazing information that is available at our fingertips. And I thank you again for tuning in here today on the Pace Radio Network, broadcasting on cbgtv.com. So before I get into a whole lot of more information, I am going to share with you a quick video clip that I did about 10 years ago. It's from the Fibro Fight series, which was produced by Gypsy Wind Productions, my company. Please excuse the outdated portions of the content. I tried to go through, but I didn't want to lose any of the details. So, however, much of that information that I provided back 10 years ago definitely still applies today if you want to fight with food, anything. So using cannabis in your diet. And if you have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message through Messenger, or you can contact me through the website or directly by email at info@greenirene.ca. And as you can see down here, my website address is there, www.greenirene.ca. Okay, so here's that video I was telling you about. Just give me a moment. Commitment to continue the effort. There we go. So let's begin. Reducing symptoms with diet. Physicians, recovering patients, and I all agree. Stress, unhealthy lifestyle, and a bad diet can aggravate the symptoms and condition of fibromyalgia. So how can a fibro sufferer get control? Food. First and foremost, this is your greatest weapon. By far, food or diet is the easiest strategy to implement and control. After I was introduced to the medical marijuana enthusiast and began utilizing the plant in a variety of ways, my appetite increased. And alas, not only could I eat again, but I wanted to. Food, good food, real food. And I stress that point simply because there is so much chemicalized crap currently on our grocery store shelves. So where do we get good food? Well, Farmer Fred down the road, he's a good place to start. But not everyone has a Farmer Fred to call upon. So, in the meantime, let's look at the foods that should dominate your daily dietary intake. Why they're beneficial, in other words, the science behind it, and ways to begin incorporating them into your strategy to fight fibro. The absolute best diet for fibro addresses inflammation, toxicity, and nutrient absorption. Whole foods, real food, here is key, not to mention going gluten-free. By working to eliminate gluten and packaged or processed crap, gluten-free or not, we're supporting our bodies and minds by absorbing more nutrients and reducing the fibromyalgia symptoms. A bit about gluten. We've all heard everyone talking about gluten-free this and that, but why? Well, simply put, gluten contributes to many diseases, from leaky gut syndrome to osteoporosis and fibromyalgia. Gluten is a thief of nutrients, mostly because grains, all grains, are acid-forming and often create more toxicity and deficiency in the body through the very process of digestion. The acid-forming factor here is a key point to mind always. As fibro fighters, it's important to recognize the lack of and the need for balance in all aspects of our life. Overacidity causes a host of dis-ease and syndromes, allowing them the opportunity to manifest into something more. In our diet, a 20-80 acid-alkaline balance seems to be the most effective ratio when establishing a fibro-fighting menu. Balance being key. It's quite possible to overly acidic or alkaline our systems, and it can get quite confusing. I will try to get into more detail about this in later videos. But the most important thing to mind for now is avoid the extremes. The bottom line is a certain amount of acidity is required to properly digest, and alkalinity is required to support metabolism. A healthy balance defends the musculoskeletal system. And what exactly does that mean? Well, see, if the body doesn't get enough the nutrients it requires for sustainability from the foods we ingest, it steals them from the skeletal system. Since gluten uses up nutrients to digest the food we eat, it aids in this thievery. Strive for 100% gluten-free. The quicker you get there, the happier your body will be. Okay, so we've established that we fibro fighters need a more alkaline diet, and gluten has got to go. You are what you eat should be ringing in your brain each time you pick up your fork from here on out. Your fork is an extremely powerful weapon. What we eat provides our bodies with the material to build cells, tissue, and organs. Getting the right nutrients is essential. Now I'm going to point out that I use cannabis or hemp in every possible meal or snack that I can incorporate it into. Cannabis targets the body's natural cannabinoid system, the endocannabinoid system. Yes, that's a whole lot of similar words, due largely in part to the similarities in biological makeup of both the plant and human DNA. How and why cannabis is a team leader on the road to recovery is a series all on its own, and with financial support and time, it too will be available through Gypsy Wind Productions. Remember to subscribe. For the purposes of this video, however, I will make the explanation brief. The endocannabinoid system is a central regulatory system that's made up of cannabinoids and cannabinoid receptors that affect a wide range of biological processes in our bodies. Due to how widespread these human cannabinoid receptors are throughout the nervous system, they are able to modulate pain signals from both the peripheral nerves and the spinal cord. Marijuana or cannabis is a source of over 60 natural cannabinoids that bind to these receptors naturally. Cannabinoids in plant and animal possess potent anti-inflammatory properties. They reduce the inflammation response of neurons, thereby eliminating another source of pain. Now, there's a whole science to the use of marijuana benefits, long and short term. But as I said, it's a whole series coming soon, I hope. For more information, please visit our website through the link that's provided on the Gypsy Wind Productions YouTube channel. Moving on. I cannot stress enough how important real food is. Avoid additives and preservatives. Additives like MSG or aspartame act as excitotoxin molecules, which is a chemical group that has the ability to activate neurons that increase sensitivity to pain. So from now on, when you read fortified or whatever free, seriously think and tell yourselves, chemical crap storm, and put it back on the shelf. Some things you do need. Vitamin D, plenty of it. It's the sunshine vitamin, and it's vital to fibro sufferers. Possibly why the winter months are a little more challenging for us, and if I'm able to manage it, I'll keep you posted as to how helpful the infrared sauna is this winter. Vitamin D deficiency mimics some of the symptoms of fibro, and most fibro patients have a deficiency. By increasing my own levels of vitamin D naturally through food and of course the great outdoors, I've seen dramatic changes. My favorite recipe to date is super simple. 2 oranges, 2 carrots, and a tablespoon of hemp seed. Peel, throw in the juicer, and voila, instant energy. Every now and then I get a little creative and add some fresh ginger. Keep in mind though, that everything has to be in moderation, and don't OD on the carrot orange juices because the beta-carotene will turn your skin orange. Also, if you're seeking that extra energy boost, avoid caffeine. It sounds insane, and I'm definitely guilty of this weakness. But the thing is, it keeps our systems awake through the night, and we already have enough challenges trying to obtain a quality sleep. I always say anything in moderation can't hurt, but remember, caffeine is a loan shark for energy. Decaffeinated green tea is packed full of antioxidants and a pretty good alternative. Since most fibro sufferers deal with irritable bowel syndrome, steering clear of that loan shark caffeine will help. Peppermint oil is great, the bowel's best friend. I don't know why, I don't care, I'm just happy that it's there. And next on the list of definite do's has got to be raw fresh fruit and veggies. They're packed full of antioxidants which fight free radicals to keep our bodies normalized. Blending and juicing so far has been the easiest way for me to ensure that I get a good daily dose of vitamins and nutrients. And although dairy products are acid forming, I always add whole milk and Greek yogurt, hemp or peanut butter, and whatever nuts or beans are available. The body is always striving for balance, and staying close to nature in diet and lifestyle is the easiest way to attain balance in health and well-being. The balancing act is never easy. Health and wellness come at a price. Slow and steady will win this battle. And a quiet day out on the lake fishing is just what the doctor ordered. Soaking in the sunshine vitamin and catching fish for your dinner. Well, why? Because omega-3 fatty acids. Super heart-healthy food, yes, but also a superhero for the brain. So look out, fibro fog. Omega-3 fatty acids are found in salmon and fatty fish as well as walnuts and flaxseed. But fish, salmon in particular, is the best source and readily available. In summary, adding to your diet vitamin D, omega-3, fresh fruit and veggies, hemp seed and cannabis helps to decrease inflammation and alleviate pain. Moreover, these are major power boosters for your body's natural fighters. Eliminating gluten and caffeine, as well as decreasing the acid-forming foods, will support your efforts and give your body a chance to heal itself instead of consistently fighting a losing battle.
We are the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com.
Okay, and we're back. So yeah, that was a video that I created 10 years ago, shortly after getting out of the wheelchair and the hospital bed, and I was fighting fibro and began doing the Fibro Fight or Fight Fibro series for patients like me, as well as Gypsy Wind Productions. That being said, it was pretty informative, right? I want to point out that the bottom line, or you know what, actually, just let me summarize. Cannabis really is a great source of vitamins and nutrients. The cannabis seeds are really high in protein, which makes them an excellent addition to any vegetarian or vegan diet. They are also a very good source of vitamin E and zinc, along with something called tocopherols and essential fatty acids like the omega-3 and the omega-6 that you'll find in salmon. You will also find that in raw cannabis in the constituencies that we need in our systems. Pretty amazing, right? Consuming cannabis can release antioxidants. In other words, cannabis is pretty darn healthy. Can it actually be integrated easily into a healthy diet? Might seem initially very unlikely given the classic image of stoners cooking up sugary, buttery treat like brownies. And again, first impressions are deceiving. Cannabis seeds make great addition to health shakes. They provide an easy hit of protein. Raw cannabis leaves can also be used in shakes, but they really shine best in salads or with lettuce on a sandwich. For a dressing, consider using something like hemp oil. It has a very pleasant, nutty taste, and it's probably healthier than most other vegetable oils. Plus, it can also be used in low temperature cooking, like the same way that peanut oil could be. The point is, it's really easy to add cannabis, both raw and decarboxylated, to many of the dishes that you're already eating. Make it a part of your daily battle strategy to beat and defeat any dis-ease, discomfort, the aches, the pains, or the malaises that threaten the quality of life that you're living. Thank you for tuning in today, and I hope that this information has helped you to help you. I'm Green Irene, and I will be back next Friday at noon. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section or send them directly to me via email. If you'd like to book a free discovery call with me, you can discuss any therapeutic services that I offer simply by visiting www.greenirene.ca. Book online today. That discovery call is free. And if you have any other questions or comments, or would like me to address a specific condition that you might be battling and how cannabis, hypnosis, or NLP can help you, please don't hesitate to shoot me a message. I'm happy to help where I can. On that note, let's hear a message from our sponsors and we're going to sign off. Please be happy, get healthy, and stay strong. See you next Friday. Ciao for now.
You're watching the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab-tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyndonega Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.
You're watching the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com. Are you a cannabis content creator? Are you looking for a place to have your content seen? If you answer yes to both questions, then you need to check out cbgtv.com.
Are you watching television on Roku, Fire, maybe an Apple TV or even Chromecast? If you are, then download the Boxcast app and search for CBGTV.
CBGTV broadcasting to a worldwide audience. Find us at cbgtv.com. You're watching the Cannabis Broadcasting Group here at cbgtv.com.